Hi everyone, it's Donna here, and I am finally getting around to filming this journal that I have finished probably a month ago now. But she is for sale. This journal's name is Victoria. Victoria is 5 inches wide by 7 inches tall, and she has 168 pages, front and back. She comes with a tassel that is removable. It's held on with a bulb pin with lots of laces and fibers, and there's a string of beads in here also. She's just held closed with this this linen strip. This came in that bundle of fabric that I brought at the auction a few weeks back, and I love this stuff. It frays really good. The cover is my typical collage vintage linen cover. And I'll show you up close this beautiful little doily there that I hand stitched on. And this was from a placemat. Thank you, Nancy. That was in the gift bundle from Nancy. I'm going to open it up so you can see. This here was a bookmark with a little tassel at the end of it. And more laces on the back and a doily. And it's all stitched on. So inside there are the theme of this journal is the Victorian era. So there are some elements in it that you're going to see throughout. One is going to be some of the Victorian cards that came from that scrapbook that I purchased a while back and took apart. That's one of them there. You can see it was in a removed from a scrapbook. And another element is I have a book on the Victorian homes in San Francisco. They're kind of coined the name Painted Lady. So you're going to see a bunch of painted ladies in here. There's lace going all the way through the cover. And this is just my note from the bookmaker about what the journal can be used for. This is a picture of Queen Victoria, who the Victorian era was named after. And there's laces everywhere. This is a German scrap from that scrapbook. Another piece of lace. It's a belly band. And here's another card from the Victorian album. And this card has been passed along for a while. The first entry on here is from 1933, and then again in 2008. And I may go ahead and put something in here to show 2022, to show the next place where it was passed along. And this is one of the pages from that book on the painted ladies. This is actually one of the interior shots of one of the painted ladies, a bedroom all in the Victorian style. And you can journal on the other side. This is an original receipt or a bill from 1870, either 2 or 3 or 5, from the 1870s, and I just ruffled some fabric on it. This is another piece from the Victorian scrapbook. This is a very fragile piece. I tried to reinforce it with some washi tape in the fold, but this is from a street guide of Chicago, and I can't remember the date of it, but it's really old. And then this is from a French magazine, and of course coffee dyed paper and more laces. Here's another of the painted ladies. I would love to go to San Francisco just to see these up close. They're beautiful. The architecture is stunning. And this is a glassine envelope. I have a little slow stitching down here with some laces and some more slow stitching up here. And this is one of the cards for Newsboy Plug Tobacco that came out of that album. And then it's just a tissue paper, printed tissue paper, decoupaged on. In here is a receipt from 1898. That's an original document, and another of the Victorian cards, and just a little lace sample card. This is from Sam Poole, and this is from my lace collection. And the pocket is vintage lace as well. A scan of a ledger page that I have. Another of the Painted Ladies with lace on the bottom, and you can journal underneath it. This is a vintage book on learning French. Little lace pocket here with another of the Painted Ladies, another of the Victorian cards, and then this is just some vintage stamps from a collection, a stamp collection that I purchased recently, and some beautiful lace. Another die cut from that album, this one as well. It's a fussy cut image from one of my botanical books, and coffee dyed paper. And in the center, the strings are long with some pearls and crystals at the end. And this is another of the cards from that Victorian album, and another Sam Poole lace sample card with some beautiful antique lace. This is about all I'm willing to spare of that lace. It's just a little snippet of it. And then in this pocket, this is from a Harper's Magazine from 1900, and it's an advertisement about for a steamship ship to Puerto Rico, and more advertising on the back, and that's an original. And then one of my collage cards with a pretty Victorian lady, and another of the cards from that album. And I just put some little bits of fibers and lace on it. And in this glassine envelope, this is an image from another book I have about the Victorian era. And in it is a greeting card, and it's hard to tell, but this is dimensional. This top part stands up from the rest. Look at the intricate die cut on there. Beautiful. That's from my collection, and that's definitely Victorian. Another fussy cut, actually that was from the album as well. Another Painted Lady, and yet another one. Not beautiful? Just the architecture, the detail on the dental molding, and oh, beautiful. And then you can journal on the inside. There's another picture of an entranceway to one of the Painted Ladies. Back side of that, lace. Another lace pocket here with another one of my pretty ladies, and another Painted Lady journaling card. So a little bit of tatting up here. Back side of that French. Here's another German scrap. We got a fabric flip here with some laces and fabrics. And here's another one of the Painted Ladies. That one's very colorful. One of the cards from the album. and another card from the album. Lots of antique ephemera in this journal. On the front here, I did some slow stitching on the lace. Pretty lady. This is a original prescription from 1899. And inside are some more cards, Victorian cards. Just some ruffled up antique lace. Another German scrap up there. There's the back side of that Chicago street guide, and it is very fragile, so I'm not sure how long this will last. You may end up taking, whoever purchases this may end up taking it out and using it for something else. Here's the fortune cookie that's in this one. All of my decorated journals have a little that comes off and opens up, and there's a fortune inside of there. There's another German scrap down there. Yet another of the German scraps. Just a snippet with some slow stitching and some buttons. I stitched this fabric pocket on. I left the strings long. You can take those off if you want. And there's a little tassel on it. And in here is another of the painted ladies with just a little snippet stapled up there, and another piece from the German, or from the scrapbook, Victorian scrapbook. There's another piece from the scrapbook. More laces. This is another image from that book on the painted ladies. This is a parlor image, and that just opens up. You can journal inside. And then in the back, my handmade, and in the back are some additional, this is actually vanilla dyed paper, but I don't know that it has kept much of its vanilla scent to it. But this is a page from a book from the 1700s that I have. And I've also included a original cabinet card. It's kind of hard. You can use it as a what do you call it? A book board, if you want to journal on something that is lumpy and bumpy. And there's the back. So if this journal is still for sale when you're looking at this video, the purchase information for it will be down below in the description box. And I have started working on this weekend sale. There will definitely be some vintage linen, variety packs. There's some crochet. I think I'm going to be offering maybe some more of the fabrics, jelly rolls, and possibly some quilted things as well. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching, and bye for now.